Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of Max Quester's Let's Play of Strange Horticulture. Alright, so we are now beginning day 2 of this game. We've already got a nice set of identified plants. We've also have a special little notation that has been made here. So we're going to go ahead and make use of that really quick. Let's see. It says it's going to be in row H somewhere. In the third river. Third river. That's a... Is it looking for something specific? It kind of looks a little bit like this one, doesn't it? No, wait. Up here. Ah. This is the third river, but it doesn't say exactly from which direction now, does it? Well, let's try this one. Ah! A dead deer in the river. Yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. Fancy. We got a new plant. Fancy. Interesting looking plant there. Okay, let's call our first customer. Isidore Burbage. Bring me a sample of Apis demysis, and be quick about it. That damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. What's this? Apis demysis. Oh, wait, they're important. Who is this? The barrister, or judge or lawyer, depends on the possession. Burbage is a rich man who inherited a fortune, but never experienced the love of his parents. He expects people to do his bidding and is quick to anger. Clearly. There are many in Undermere who would be glad to see the back of him, but with wealth comes power, and few would challenge him to his face. Sounds like a lovely man. Hopefully, the less we see of him, the better, it sounds like. So looking for Apis demysis. Huh. Looks like we don't appear to have Apis demysis. Which must mean it goes by a different name, perhaps. Let's take a look. Perhaps that is the Latin name. Let's take a look. Oh. Apis demysis. Candy root. Plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Having an upset tummy there, Mr. Isidore. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Why do I get the feeling he is going to make an issue of this? Okay, well, let's take a look here. Looking for a plant. One stamen. So let's see here. Nope, not you. How about you? Maybe? Pale yellow. Doesn't seem to have a description. Oh wait, it says that the rough leaves can be an irritant. These are quite soft. So we're looking for a plant. My fingers ache from handling this plant. Ah! So it's not good to touch this plant. That must be it. Oh, no, it's not. Well, now we find out what happens if we make a wrong solution. This meter will go up anytime we make a bad choice. What happens when it fills up? Well, hopefully we don't have to find out. Let's just say the bad scenario happens. Let's take a look then further. What's some better descriptions that we have? Oh wait, what's this? This looks almost exactly. The leaves are coarse to the touch. I think that's it. There we go. And we get a book entry for our reward. Mikdu. Go ahead and set that aside. More. Next customer. Oh, David Sheffer. Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. Looks like we just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Oh, this got a seal. Let's see. Oh, Amos Duncan. There's an old slate There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Well then, Hard Knot. A slate mine, you say? Let's take a look. Hard Knot. Hard Knot. Hard Knot. Hard Knot. Hard Knot. Here we go. An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. Cavilium. Ah, isn't that the plant that we saw earlier that says that it could undo locks? Let's go ahead and set the map aside here for a moment. That is Clavilium. According to legend, Clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or sexy. Secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the nickname Lovelock. Well, this... Is that it? Kinda look like it, doesn't it? Nope, that's not it. Heart-shaped leaves. Heart-shaped leaves. Did we have any other plants on that today? Don't mind the outside. Really out there. Let's see. Heart-shaped leaf. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. What's this one? That looks a little bit more on the money, don't it? Yeah, let's take a look at this one this time. There we go. And we get a book entry. Oh, not even that. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded. 3 fresh plants. And a book entry. Aguria. Interesting. Let's go ahead and move this over to the side then. Oh my, that's a lot of fungi. Must be great at parties. Let's go ahead and move these down even further then. Actually, let's move them all down to the side shelf. We'll have to remember that for later. There we go. We can fit it pretty much anything anywhere. That's one of the beauties of this game. So that's a check mark. Let's go ahead and archive that and call in our next customer. Reuben Ward. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Fine. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot, and they're not keen to talk to me. They're Letha, the Arda, or whatever they call her. She's dead. My instinct is they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some foxbutton to help me win them over. Foxbutton, huh? Well, let's see, who are you? The Investigator. Reuben works with the police on murder cases. He's a kind, good-humored man, but beneath the mask he is deeply sad. His only child, a daughter, had seemed troubled for some time before running away from home several years ago. The victims whose stories he tries to uncover are all somebody's son, somebody's daughter. The search for answers drives him forward, piecing together the logic of life and death. Ooh, good man, good man. Well, let's take a look here. Foxbutton. Here we are. An offering of foxbutton is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. I think I saw this look kind of similar. No? Blue flowers, stiff leaves. Shiny leaves. Let me see if there's some other ones. What about this one? Oh, hello. Small leaves, delicate flowers. What about this one? Smells of nothing that I can detect. Thick, shiny leaves. Well, let's put these ones all together to see which ones sort of kind of match the best. None of these ones would matter. Sides. So yeah, those are covered. Let's see. Sounds like it's gonna be one of these 3. It says thick, shiny leaves. Maybe these ones. Let's take a look further. Small leaves and delicate flowers. Anything else? Opposing pairs. Maybe not that one. I don't think it's that one, though. These ones seem... I wonder if the way they did the art on it is supposed to make it seem shiny. Let's try this one. There we go. We got it. And we get a book entry for Grimlock. Okay, let's bring it on over. Next. Victoria Gray. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of St. John's Poppy. There's a medium using the room, illegally I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Is there a plant you know of that I could use them to give them a scare and drive them away? I need my sleep. Harlequin Blue. Let's take a look. Although I don't like the sound of that idea you have there, you are making a request, and if I have it, we can give it. See, when the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy poppus which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks. And whoa, interesting. I wonder if they're kind of like a... I think kind of like a type of firecracker almost. Widely believed to be the spirits of the dead souls trapped within the plant. Well, let's see. Bushy blue flower head. Bushy blue flower head. Blue flowers, light, airy scent. Wait, it said bushy flowers? Maybe that one. Oops. This one's kind of my top pick there. Seeds. Hardened. So far, I think this one might be the only best bet. There we go. Let me get a fresh entry. Shimmerlong. That thing's looking gnarly. That's a hard one not to be able to tell what that one is. Next. Oh, hello. Bethany Coleman. You may have heard the rumors that our Arda is dead. May Arduina bring her spirit peace. Arduina. The nature of her death is unusual. The sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. To be assured of your discretion, we require to use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. There is another game that this is kind of reminding me that has a lot of like side effects or rules when presenting like gifts and things. I think it's called Fall in London, or at least that's the setting of it. There's a lot of funky things that go on there. Let's see. The sister, Bethany Coleman. Beth was born into a loving family but never felt settled. She sought out a higher purpose when she was still young and left home at 14 to join the Sisterhood of Arduina. The head of the sisterhood, the Arda, took a liking to her and helped her to develop a renewed purpose, caring for the forest and putting her faith in the goddess Arduina. Now her Fentor has been murdered, and Beth is looking for answers. Well, we'll have to take a look and see if we can make that happen. Mary's breath. Let's take a look here. Wide, waxy leaves allow this plant to collect the large amount of water it requires. It is said that a person can be bound to secrecy using its breath. It used to be grown in the royal garden so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants, but the practice fell out of favor. Well, these are smooth, waxy leaves. This has got to be it, yeah? Oh, uh-oh. Oh, now we find out what happens if we... What happens is, well... A shiver travels down my spine. My mind is broken. We have a bit of a mini-game before we can return back towards it. Not a game over, but kind of have to work to get back into the favors of the game. So we'll just Thankfully, it's not too complicated, though. Just a simple puzzle. Bring all the pieces together. So some of them are very thin. Hard to tell if they are exactly what you need or not. A little extra room. There we go. Go, just a little bit more. And there we go. I feel revived. My mind is whole again. It's a very casual game, so it's not going to really punish you that much. It's just going to make you have to redo where you left off now. Bethany Coleman. So let's see. We were looking once again for Mary's Breath. Waxy leaves then, huh? The veined leaves have a waxy finish. Oh, veined leaves, like that. There we go. That's the one. And we got a letter. Let's go ahead and put these down. There we go. Let's see. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen, and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore across from Torver. Please help us. Yours in hope, the Sisterhood of Arduin. Well, alright. Looks like we are on adventure time. Let's see. Find us deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore, across from Torver. That lake shore... Torver, here we go. Grisdale Forest. And deep in Grisdale Forest. A mile from the lake shore. And it looks like these are all by a mile, so it's this one, I think. Yes! A sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard and then through a large oak door. Along a corridor and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. Lying on a table, draped in silk, is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black, her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. Do you know what could do this? Asked my escort. I set to work. Find something called Wren. Go ahead and throw this aside. Wren. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, so it can be used to detect them. Though it has no flower, it is said to smell unpleasant to those who have not known death. Sweet to those who have not. Interesting. Well, let's take a look. There's no flower. Sounds like it might be this. Also, it has a scent that scratches at the back of my throat. Well, we do know death. Our uncle died to give us this shop after all, so that makes sense why it would be unpleasant to us. Book entry, and we have 2 plants. I extract a sample of the Arda's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I am rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, which I am grateful for. And an entry, Gray Sandfire. 2 new plants acquired. Let's go ahead and... Where did the other one go? There you are. Move you over here. Out of the way. Get ourselves a new customer. Oh no, it's him. I'm this close to reporting you, half-wit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. Butterdale or Meekdew? Oh, we have a choice here. I need to be careful about which plant to use here. My actions could have consequences. Let's take a look. The beautiful flower is made up of many smaller flowers, make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. It may be a pleasant-looking plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Yikes. Interesting. Well, let's see. I'm thinking it might be this, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my labels. So I'm not giving this to him, so I'm not going to prove that it's him. So I'm just going to give it a red label that I think that it is Meekdu. There we go. What was the other one? Butterdale? Butterdale. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, butterdales have been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers, well, flowers smell buttery to some people. So it's like a 5. Here, the purple flowers are like buttery scents. Well, that's obviously the one. Book entry. Dorian. Another roots. And we have an end of our day. Yay! I think we can continue on further. Pick a card, any card. North of Hawksheed, east of Lowick, west of Rustland, south of Crinkle Crags. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Interesting. Let's go on an adventure. Looks like the rain has stopped. Let's see. North of Hawkshed. Well, where's Hawkshed? Hawkshed. Where are you, Hawkshed? Oh, wait, Lowick. East of Lowick. West of Rustland. North of Hawkshed. And south of Crinkle Crag. So here. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing. A whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm, points. I follow his outstretched finger and am surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. 2 new plants have been captured. Bright and dark. Get some customers. Wilbur Miller. I'm looking for a plant. Lady of what's it? Something or other? Look, I'm no green-eyed dreyer, that's for sure. My mind isn't at all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Oh, it seems to know which one exactly. So, Lady of Summer. The leaves curl round delightfully, which, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with age. Let's see. Kinda looks like this plant a little bit. Dark blue petals are soft and feathery to fingers. My fingers ache from handling this plant. I don't think it's that one. Bit more like this. Leaves curl round delightfully. It must be this one. There we go. And a new book entry. Fennett. Nice. Next. We have a letter. David Sheffer. They're saying that Arda has been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me that Arda always looked out for the less fortunate. We have a letter. And more world to explore. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Warmest regards. Great Gable. Somewhere in the north, apparently. Great Gable. There we go. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain. Unless they're looking for Brimlock. I wonder if it has anything to do with brimstone in any way. Brimlock. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught made using leaves from this Brimlock plant. It is a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. When the conditions are just right in the cold or winter, Brimlock produces small, yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. Leaves are waxy and tough. Doesn't the leaves have stiff ribs? Oh, that's not it. Let's see. Let's make them drop use. When conditions are just right, the cold of winter. Small yellow flowers. Let's move you over here since I have you somewhat identified. Right in the cold of winter, Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. Below are wax and toffee. What's this one? I think it's this one. There we go. And I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded. We got an entry. Sunset Mount Trap. And a new plant. Bushy. Very dandelion-esque. Go ahead and pick you over. And get a new customer. Norman Lee. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please take it. I want nothing more to do with it. Oh, just a free plant. I'll take it. It's a mushroom. Well, let's go ahead and at least put all the mushrooms together. At least that way it's a little more organized. And clumpy plants, flowery plants, mushrooms, hangers, florals, florets. The unknown, bulbies, I guess. I don't know. Best way to kind of describe those. Okay, next. Simone Green, I think I remember that. Hellebore, always a pleasure, my feline friend. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. I have a favor to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. I've been burning the midnight oil again, could use some common trouse, and I know where to find it. According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. I have business in Sedberg in the meantime. Grayson's herbology on red pike. Simone Green, the librarian. Simone loves books and reading. She is also irritatingly organized and has begun the overwhelming task of rearranging the library at Ambleside. Her new system works, but it will take years to catalog every book, scroll, pamphlet, and diary. In the meantime, every day yields new discoveries, buried fragments of ancient knowledge, resurfacing to the light like arrowheads to archaeologists. Well, that's lovely. That entry. Common Trouse. Slopes of red pike. Nobody knows why. Well, let's go out and go find some, I guess. Red pike. Red pike. Red pike. Caca. Red pike. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the wind's majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I'm after. And let's see, where'd I end up putting it? There. We already know what that's called. So let's... What would they call it? Common Trouse? Yeah, go ahead and put a label on it. Oh, and we already know what it's called, so we can just set it there. Oh, hello. Verona Green. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable of, sort of thing. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and a little bugger called my bluff. Oh, don't look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyway, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in the future. Have you got any shimmerlung? We'll see if I do. Verona Green, the occult scholar. Verona has been studying the occult and the mysterious for many years. It started as a hobby, but gradually grew into an obsession. She haunts the boundary between truth and tale, seeking out the knowledge that others recoil from. She also brews a lovely cup of tea. Oh, lovely. Shimmerlong. If I had my bet, I remember what it's... Well, I would say it said, but I remember the image it gave us. Shimmerlong. Which I gather would be this. That's the closest thing I can think of, so let's try that. There we go. And a new entry yet. Candlewood. That's an interesting one. Dong. Oh, so there. Ruth Douglas. There is a beautiful plant that I've been looking for all over, but nobody seems to have any. Something. Monk brew? I'm not sure. I do know that you shouldn't touch the leaves, though. Oh, hello. You mean Mikdu? Plant identified, and we'd get nothing out of it. At the end of a day. Well, we can go ahead and change the label, though. Oops, I'll put that away. We'll change it to yellow, now that we have 100% confirmed. And well, that sounds like a good place for us to end it today, along with the end of this day. Pick a card! Ooh, this one's broken up. Time passed. A year, and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested. What she brooded over when she did her chores. What she pictured when she dreamed. And with that, we move on to the final this next day. Day 4. Well, I thank you very much for joining me through days 2 and 3. I think in a bit we will pick up in this rainy day 4. In the meantime, I thank you very much for joining me, Max Quester, through this Let's Play of Strange Horticulture. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And join me for the next episode. Later.